Agriculture Month kicks off on September 29 and Linden Brothers are promoting food security. Hello, welcome to InfoHub. It's September 27. We have lots to tell you. Agriculture Month will be formally launched on September 29. At a media briefing yesterday, the Agriculture Minister, Noel Holder, outlined activities for the month that will focus on promoting sustainable agriculture and food security under a green economy plan.
As we commence our celebrations for Agriculture Month, the significance of the agriculture sector to Guyana's economy cannot be overemphasized. Agriculture contributes 16.2% to the national gross domestic product. The relative share nationally of persons employed in agriculture is 17.8% of our working population, and approximately 26% of Guyana's export earnings come from agriculture. Furthermore, the sector is a significant contributor to our domestic food and nutrition security.
Minister Holder said the month's activities will be observed under the theme Sustainable Agriculture for Ensuring Food Safety and a Green Economy. He added that during the month, a climate-smart agriculture project will be launched in regions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10.
Other noteworthy events include our Hydromet service commissioning of its automatic weather station at St. Cuthbert's Mission on October the 9th.
2 new activities were also added to the list of activities aimed to introduce farming techniques to elderly citizens and persons living with disability. Here's more from Minister within the Ministry of Agriculture with responsibility for rural affairs, Valerie Adams-Yearwood.
We'll be having elderly persons from regions 5, 6, and 10. They will be at the GSA next Tuesday. These persons will be exposed to farming techniques because we feel that even though they're elderly, they can participate in having kitchen gardens at home.
Among the other activities planned for the month include the commissioning of an automatic weather station at St. Cuthbert's and the opening of the Guyana Rice Development Board's new head office at LBI. For InfoHub, Ayana George.
Despite major challenges like the temporary blockage on the importation of poultry by Trinidad and Tobago, local poultry production continues to rise, matching not only international trends but the growing consumer demand. This information was disclosed by the Agriculture Minister during the Caribbean Poultry Producers' 6th Annual International Technical Symposium.
The poultry industry is one of the fastest growing agricultural subsectors, especially in developing countries, with an expected growth rate of 15% by 2027, that's over 2017. Whilst developed countries are expected to increase by 60% over the same entire period. This growth is driven by growing population, rising incomes, and urbanization.
According to Minister Holder, the poultry industry is a major job provider that also ensures food security, especially in Guyana, where the local diet comprises of mostly chicken as the main meat consumed.
The industry remains an essential element in the effort to ensure employment and food and nutritional security domestically. It guarantees Guyanese a constant supply of fresh, healthy meat and is a primary source of animal protein in the local diet. For instance, it was found that chicken was the main meat consumed in Guyana at approximately 40 kilograms per person per year and represented approximately 70% of all meats consumed in Guyana.
Meanwhile, in his remarks, Deputy Secretary General of the CARICOM Secretariat, Joseph Cox, revealed a new initiative that could transform extension services in the region.
That the CARICOM Secretariat, in association with the University of the West Indies and CARDI, among other partners, are actively working on the establishment of a virtual regional extension hub, which will facilitate the provision of extension services through the farmers network, but also provide a mechanism for feedback which can be actioned in real time.
This will be a part of the cross-border provisions for extension services that was approved by the Council of Trade and Economic Development. For InfoHub, I am Kellon Rover.
Driven by the need to help their community to become self-sustaining, the Tapin brothers have their eyes on being the largest seedling suppliers in Linden, Region 10.
Linden farmers, Cleveland and Oliver Tapin, members of the 1 Mile Community Development Council, are involved in the cultivation of seedlings, which they use as a basis to promote agriculture and food security.
Promoting seedling production along with plants and farming, encouraging farming in the community for grow livestock also, like chickens, bird, chicken, like pigs and so on there, and also get permanent crop basically. Trying to see good subsistence in the communities so we could at least get something we need in this community. Some percentage trying for growing in this community and encourage other parts to do likewise. So you could spread and talk about farm food security is a way forward you could do it by doing this thing in community.
Cleveland has also been using his knowledge to explain the importance of buying localized seedlings.
Most farmers go out to the region, like West Dem, and buy last seedling and so on, but it's important that you grow seedling in your community because you have to do what we call stress, adaptation with plant also, and you can go to your own communities.
The work being done by the Tapin brothers is supported by the Honorable Minister within the Ministry of Agriculture, Valerie Adams-Yearwood, who urged the farmers attending the Linden Regional Agricultural and Commercial Exhibition to continue to grow their farmlands.
We have the lands for agriculture. We have the lands for manufacturing. Don't let anybody say to you, we don't have lands. We have. In Region 10, we want to expand our race. We want to grow more. We have the farmers. They have the wherewithal.
Reporting for InfoHub, Nikosi Bruce.
Still to come, mining of rare earth metals boosting the economy, and 173 complete job readiness training. Details of these after the break.
Are you ready to embark on a truly epic adventure to an undiscovered corner of South America, where some of the most spectacular natural attractions are unveiled within a beautifully diverse landscape? From the wetlands and savannas to the ancient mountains, magnificent waterways and lush enriching rainforest would provide a vast playground for some of the most exotic and breathtaking creatures on the planet, including many of the world's giant species. This untouched land of mystery and wonder serves up an exclusive experience for travelers. So are you ready for a new, awe-inspiring adventure? Welcome back to nature. Welcome to Guyana.
Thanks for staying with us. Guyana is fast becoming one of the go-to places for rare earth metals. This was highlighted by Minister of Natural Resources, Raphael Trotman, during a recent VOG Insight radio program. The Natural Resources Minister revealed that there is a third bauxite company operation on the way in Region 3. Traditionally, this was only done in Region 10, at Linden Kokorni and Ituni by Rusal and Bosai.
Now we have a mine that is opened in a place called Bonasika that is across the Demerara River. You go by boat up to the Tamiri docks and then move across. So that's an Australian company called First Bauxite. They're still in the testing stages of production. We expect to have a formal opening of that mine later this year. And
Minister Trotman disclosed that manganese production is expected to restart in Region 1 Barima-Waini in 2020, resulting in at least 600 direct jobs for locals. According to the minister, the Chinese-managed consortium is focusing on safety following a setback last year. Measures are being put in place to avoid a similar reoccurrence.
both the EPA and GGMC, the Guyana Georgia Mines Commission, would have both given the provisional green light to restart preparations. So production will commence next year. It will be 500,000, 500,000 tons per annum of ore is going to be produced.
According to Minister Trotman, there are also several companies keen on exploring the deposits of other rare earth metals, including lithium, used for the production of cell phone and electrical vehicle batteries.
As the world becomes more technologically driven, more of these rare earths are going to be needed to power the devices exactly, and precision equipment that is going to be needed. So Guyana is known now not just for oil and gas, but it is being seen as a place that is open for business, and people are coming and they're bringing new technologies with them, and they're prepared to share. We would like, of course, for them to come.
Paul McAdam for InfoHub. Sasha Samuels is now employed as a teacher after acing an interview using the skills she acquired from a job readiness training exercise. Details in this report.
I wouldn't be standing here engaging in public speaking if it wasn't for this training.
That was Sasha Samuels, one of 173 persons who graduated from a 3-week job readiness training program. Describing the exercise as life-changing, Samuels, who hails from Region 5, said she is now more outspoken. Samuels explained that during the job interview, she applied everything that was taught during the training program and got hired.
Following the training, I've been able to gain employment at a small private business as a teacher. The training helped me to function better in my work environment. I respect my supervisor and I seek guidance on things that I'm not clear about before I present them to my students.
So young people who hailed from regions 4, 5, and 6 completed the job readiness training carried out by the Specialist in Sustained Youth Development and Research, SIDAR Inc. Project Manager of CSSP, Dr. Clement Henry, said the training was aimed at fostering resilience among young people and ensuring they are workplace ready. Henry urged them to be persistent, learn to accept criticism, be disciplined, and to cultivate the right attitude.
Learn to accept criticism. Some would be justified and some would not be justified. But learn to accept criticism. And in doing so, you must be able to have the capacity for self-reflection. So when someone says something or criticizes something you're doing, sit down in your quiet moment and reflect on yourself. Reflect where you went wrong, what you did right, and make an assessment.
Chief Executive Officer and founder of SIDAR Incorporated, Magda Wills, said that of the 173 students that completed the program, there were 120 females and 53 males. She also urged them to inform others of training so they too can benefit. Isaiah Braffett for InfoHub.
Several ministers of government will be in the Rupununi region over the weekend to meet and engage with residents of Region 9. The ministers will fan out to several communities in South Central, South and North Rupununi. Among the areas to be visited are Parishara, Apoteri, Crashwater, Toka, Masara, Yarakita, Sholinab and Kumu. The exercise is organized to listen to the concerns of residents and help craft solutions. Check out our website www.dpi.gov.gy and Facebook and Instagram pages on Saturday, September 28th for reports on those meetings. Then join us Monday, September 30th for a detailed report on the exercise. That's all for today. Here's a reminder to check our Facebook and Instagram pages as we bring you more stories covering the observances of Indigenous Heritage Month and Education Month. That's all for today. Connect with us on WhatsApp, Facebook, and YouTube. Much more news is on our website, dpi.gov.gy, and pop over to Instagram for the latest photo updates at DPI Guyana. Your bridge and weather reports are up next. Have a great weekend. Goodbye.